Are you eligible to get a marriage-based green card if you are a DACA recipient living in the United States? If you are a DACA recipient and you are married to either a US citizen or a lawful permanent resident, that you absolutely should talk to an attorney about what it would take for you to get your green card, because you very well may be eligible. If your partner, your spouse, has a status other than those, like say they have a student visa or they also have DACA, that won't support your marriage visa. If you have had any deportations in the past, or you've had any contact with immigration authorities, that might impact your ability to get your green card, even if you're married to a citizen or resident. So those are two of the most important and major issues that I see a lot of times with clients. So if that is true for you, you absolutely need to consult with an attorney and figure out what your eligibility might be. A lot of times we can get waivers for these things, or we can help you figure out another option to get your status. But let's assume for now, you're married to a US citizen or resident, and you don't have any issues in your history that would make you ineligible for a green card in the United States. So what next? If you're a DACA recipient living in the United States and married to a citizen or resident, there are two ways for you to get your green card. The first path is staying here inside the United States and applying from within the United States. The second path is starting the process here and then finishing the process by going abroad to your home country. For many of you, that's Mexico, and so you'll go to Ciudad Juarez and finishing your green card application in your home country. If you're a DACA recipient and you're married to a resident, or you're married to a citizen and you last entered without permission, then you're gonna have to leave the country and go to Ciudad Juarez to process your green card, or to your home country. Most of my clients need to go to Ciudad Juarez because most of my clients are from Mexico. But you'll have to go to your home country to process your green card. For DACA recipients married to US citizens who are gonna process their green card here in the United States, we do what's called a one-step process. That means we can combine the whole green card application and file it all at one time. Anytime we file an application for a family member to get immigration status, the first thing we do is prove the family relationship. The second thing we do is prove that the immigrant is eligible for the status they're asking for. After we file your case, it usually takes about 6 months for you to get your work permit and travel permit that will be yours while your case is pending. It's not your permanent work permit, it's not a green card. It's just your status while your case is pending. These cases tend to last anywhere from about 8 months to 2 years. Timelines are all over the place right now. If you have been in the United States for more than a year without permission, then at the moment you leave the country, you're going to get something called the 10-year penalty, and it's going to prevent you from coming back in the country for 10 years, and you do not want that. So to avoid that, we can do something that's called a provisional waiver process, where we ask for forgiveness of that unlawful presence, and we get an approval and say, yes, you've been forgiven, before you leave the country, so you know the outcome of that waiver application. A really important note for DACA recipients is that if you have always had DACA since the age of 18 and you have not had a period of time of a year in there without status, you're not going to get that 10-year bar. At the end of that process, whether it's within the United States or starting in the US but ending in your home country, at the end of that process, you are a green card holder, a lawful permanent resident in the United States. And after another 3 years, you can apply for citizenship, which is hugely exciting because many of you have been living undocumented or in DACA status for decades, and being able to know that US citizenship is within your reach is really exciting, and I want that for you. So if you have any questions about your case, give us a call, 512-675-2945. The number's here below. And I would love to do a consultation with you and figure out your particular case and your eligibility to adjust your status here or abroad.